post-flood run. Previously on post-flood run. We're gonna do Australian. Previously on post-flood.
Oh no.
Hello everyone, Kevin here.
Hello viewers, Kim here.
We're both here as usual. We love you all. Thank you for watching. If you haven't seen part one of this, there's a card at the top of the right now, at the top right of the screen. Click on it, watch that whole entire video, and then come back and watch this entire video without any interruptions.
You definitely want to go back and watch part one because it shows you where we drop in and the whole beginning of the trail, because we stay around here for
Quite a long time.
quite a while.
Oh, and it shows Sam going up right here in this spot,
yeah.
so we do see someone go up.
Hey, the whole hate me. This reminds me of my ex-wife.
Yeah.
Get a win, baby.
So this is a 2019 rockfall that his right tires are on right here that we're looking at. This has made such a huge.
That his right tire is pinched in there.
Yeah. No, those are left tires. It's quite an obstacle, as you can see. It wasn't this bad until it rained a ton this year, and there's a flash flood. Oh, there's a video. I'll put another card. I think I can do two. Of the flash flood footage video where you see why this is so cool, because it changes trail so much.
Well, this is where we are right now. This is him getting stuck number 2. This is a tough spot, super dug out. Trying to winch backward. Driver rear tire is pinched. And Kevin just watched him break his axle shaft. Watched it happen. Now we're trying to winch forward, so let's see what happens.
The reason why we don't see what happens is because it's not interesting. We can't winch him forward. He gets winched
I was gonna say,
back.
we don't winch forward.
Yeah. When he broke his axle shaft, pinched under the tire that's near Hunter's right rear, driver rear tire, the one that he's leaning on right now. Randy's tire got pinched under there and snapped, I don't know, a tooth off the ring gear or an axle shaft or something that gave him 3-wheel drive, so he backed up. You can see
had
his
to back off.
buggy back there.
Yeah, it's always a sad time, but wheeling life.
Yeah, Hunter here, he has some really good attempts. He's a really good driver. His rig is extremely capable. I feel like I really like how this one is set up. I think it really is set up in a nice way, especially because it's all set up in reverse.
Yes, it looks like
engine.
the steering wheel should be on the rear and he should be going the other way.
Yeah, because it's I'm pretty sure it's a front axle on the rear and a rear axle in the front, because most front axles have the offset diff and most rear axles have the center diff. And look, if you look, his front axle is right in the center, the diff, and his rear is off to the side. But it's
okay. Well, that's what gives it that kind of unique look there. But all the weight is in the back, and I feel like it's so close.
That is one problem. He did mention that when I was talking to him about it. He has a 10-gallon fuel cell at his feet in the front, but that's nothing compared to the weight of a Coyote engine. I mean, I think that's a V8.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, and you can kind of see that just while he's doing this.
Yeah.
So there's way more weight in the back.
Yeah, but one thing that is neat is where his drive shafts are. They're above his rear lower control arms by quite a lot. And so he really has a lot of protection there, where the other guys' drive shafts are kind of at the same.
Yeah, and that's such a sore spot. That sucks,
Yeah.
paying attention to that and worrying about that.
Yep. But his attempts here are pretty noble. I think that when Sam went up, enough material fell off of the driver's side that was it. That was the last passage of the day.
Yeah, it's just too steep. It's like you want to say go more driver, but then they fall on the hole on the passenger and vice versa.
Yeah. Joe gets close here. So Joe's on 43-inch Swampers.
trying a different line right now.
Yeah, he's trying this line because Levi, the Jeep in the very back right there, he said that this is how he went up earlier this day. He turned around and came back with
Oh,
us.
no way. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But that was before...
Before it got dug out by everyone.
Yeah, and if you go back and watch part 1, Sam digs this out a ton in
and
his
so
attempts.
does Randy. We just watched that too.
Everyone does, yeah, so much. But Joe has a very good attempt here. Keep in mind this rock right here that's hitting his roof. We'll talk about that in a minute. The one on his left, just off frame. His attempt is really good. He's so close. I feel like he could have made it if he would have tried this line, like if he would have scooted his rear end over, but then that rock was, I don't know.
Yeah, we did so many of, try it again, a little bit more this direction, and every time there was just something else.
Yeah, and look at that flex. If this buggy on 43s isn't gonna make it, there's not a lot.
Yeah, I would love to have seen the people do it earlier in the day.
Yeah, it's too bad we didn't catch that.
He gets close here, but you can see in the upper right there, that rock that's kind of wiggling.
Yeah, it's moving right here.
Yeah, a bit dangerous.
We pushed it down into the ravine, and that underneath his front tires is like 8 feet, so it just like...
I could stand under there and reach my arms up and not touch his vehicle.
Yeah, it's not doing anything to help. So right here, he's backing off in this huge rock.
Yeah, there's that same rock.
Moves and bounces off his front tire, hits his just a little.
Oh my gosh.
You'll see how big it is. Here's Hunter's rig. And see how big it is back there? It's huge. It's a big rock.
Everyone watching, we were totally ready for complete and total like carnage on his vehicle.
And we only have this view because you're recording because he was backing off the obstacle. Why would we record that?
Yeah, it was like whatever.
Yeah.
And then such a big boulder.
So here's how you get to Tonian Road. You literally go to Fruita, go north on Tonian Road. There's a staging area there where we always record. You can just follow the road up. That's where we just were, and we're on the other side of the cave now, just around that curve underneath the T where it says the cave.
And we went through a lot of that in part 1.
Yeah, we go through all of that in part 1 up till where I marked the cave. If you go back and pause it where I had that blue circle and follow the cave around just the horseshoe of where I marked it, it's right where we are now. We literally went forward like, 200 yards?
Yes. Yep, that's about it.
And now Sam, who you saw in part 1, go over
2019 Rockfall.
2019 Rockfall.
Hey Sam, you're gonna have to go up before you go back down.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Bring me up. Okay, go on down.
That's what he said? Let me down slow, I don't have different speeds?
No, he's
Yeah, it's just out, yeah. That's some badass flex. Well, good, I'm glad I didn't have to find my way.
Same spot?
Oh, you're recording now?
I wasn't.
Probably.
yeah.
Your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Joe want us to let? Yeah, we'll stay till the last.
Rolling, round 2.
Randy!
He's going here.
Randy! You did this! Where do I go?
You did this! So, the third or fourth or fifth time that you try something while off-roading is usually the last thing you do that day. So let's hope for a better outcome here.
Like a straight check. I haven't lost focus right away. You were on my spot anymore.
So I said rolling round 2 because I believe he told me that he rolled on this the last time that he tried it.
Yeah, when they ran this before, but I don't know if it was before the rain happened.
Oh yeah, it could have been a bit different.
Yeah, it might have been even 6 inches underneath his tires would have made this much easier because he said he went right up it.
Yeah, the last time.
So Joe here, right where he points, he's pinched against like a crevice in the rock. You'll see it in that next view when we move the camera right here. You can see Hunter's trying to jump to free it. See right behind Hunter's shoulder is that little notch. Follow it down, and his roll bar on the other side where Hunter's hands are is up against the rock face.
In such a perfect way.
Keeping him from reversing. Yeah, he's wedged right here.
Yeah, I almost could not believe it.
It's a pretty funny spot to be stuck. He's not like in any danger, or, like rolled over.
Yeah, and it's like barely stuck, and I feel like 1 inch in one direction.
Well, yeah, he does. Yeah,
it's crazy.
They can't pull him off here, but then they push him enough that he goes forward, and he's able to free himself.
Oh,
right
yeah.
here.
You think they just give his rear tire some traction, so he.
Yeah,
they
and see
pushed him forward?
the little bit of rock that's brown above his windshield frame right there. That's where it broke off.
Oh yeah,
on his
like
frame.
a little outer layer.
Yep. And Joe could have made this. You'll see Hunter right after this. If his front tire wouldn't have slid down there, he would have made it. He would have went right up because I think that his rig is just as capable as Hunter's.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But he just bought this, so I'm sure right here. Well, it's pretty painful because those are. I mean, it's just the side panel. It's just a piece of sheet metal, but still, it's.
But that's not just mud.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, exactly. Those are scratches.
Maybe you won't get stuck so much. Okay, so same place, but Hunter's attempt now.
Yeah, and he keeps his front driver tire up there, and I think he has 40s, and probably similar wheelbase and track width as Joe, the
So much
buggy that was just up there.
Ooh, everywhere. I'm trying not to step in it, trying to make it over to the other side. Oh yeah.
So this line that he takes, I mean, this is insane.
He's driving on the wall on the passenger side.
Yeah, that's all sidewall on the tire.
Yeah, but look at that. There's no way on the passenger side on the wall right there. So it works. That's really interesting to watch the weight shift around.
That's a cool shot. He's got some beefy axles. Yeah, and the weight shifts right here to the wall side.
Yeah, and then before that, as soon as it started putting weight on the tire that was on the wall, he tilted it so it was putting it all on the rock.
So here's Joe and his CJ. This is a pretty cool line. Obviously, he did not go through the little wedge, little squeeze back there. He would. This is not a buggy. I mean, he has a lot of modifications on this, but still has a CJ body.
Yeah, you mean he's smart?
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, because Hunter actually really wrecked one. He had a Jeep TJ based buggy before this where he like crunched in the windshield
that exact
frame.
spot?
Yeah, in that very same spot, yeah. More than once. I've actually had to recover him from there the first time he ever did any damage to his TJ buggy, like winter of 2018.
Oh, yeah.
It was just us and him.
TJ Power, you know? Took the least amount of time, took the coolest line.
And him too?
Well, I said TJ Power.
Oh.
He went the quickest.
CJ?
Oh, CJ.
Yeah.
I called it a TJ earlier. I should know that with that front grille.
The water?
Yeah.
Oh, it's freezing. Just comes out of that little hole. It's super
Move your head.
cold.
Hello, viewers.
Hello, viewers. We're here today recording. Is that not too much? No.
So, the big obstacle that is right before the first alcove, the 2019 rockfall is what we're calling it. Denied just about everyone. I don't think a single person. Nope. Sam got over it.
Sam got over it very first. He dug it out. Randy broke his rear axle shaft trying to reverse off after
And dug it out even more.
the second time he had been winched. And then Hunter tried like 3 or 4 times. And then Joe, did Joe try? Yeah, and then Joe tried 3 or 4 times. And then someone named Levi, who I'm not he was only briefly part of our group, he tried like 3 or 4 times. And no one could do it except for Sam, the very first.
Yeah, every single person was denied, and that just is crazy with a group of buggies. We messed around a little bit in the alcove, as you saw, which is always fun. We never get to do that anymore. We went to the alcove for a few months when we first moved here, and then rock falls made it so we couldn't make it there.
And we are running the same PSI, and he has beadlocks.
That's awesome.
He said, I'm putting mine at 8 today. It's pretty low. I said, mine are at 8. And he just kind of looked at me like, retarded? And I just want to say, I wheel a lot. Like, I have to
So,
have these
what did you
tires.
just say? Someone in our group has beadlocks,
And they run their tires at 8 PSI.
and your tires are 8 PSI?
At 8 PSI. They always at 8 PSI.
Always
Mine.
will at 8 PSI.
Unless we're going on like a really easy trail, then they'll be at 10. I don't remember the brand, just the
Yeah,
steel
that's how cheap they are. You don't. I'll give you a D-hole.
That's what they're called. The Steelies, D-holes, and then just Pro Comp MT2 Extremes. And this is my second set of these tires, and I ran the first set at 8 PSI too, and I've never even had a burp. And I mean, we're wheeling it.
Yeah.
And then today his burp's so bad.
Sometimes
Like,
I'll see a fold, and it's like,
Oh yeah, it folds
it's
back
coming,
onto
it's
itself.
coming,
Yeah.
and it's fine.
And the drag tire ripple where the whole thing is like rippled back onto itself. But I checked when I fill up, it tells me the PSI, you know. And
You
they're
said that
never
he had a
lower.
burp today?
Yeah,
That's why his was flat?
Yeah, I had to come back, yeah, because his got off the beat, even with beadlocks. And it's like, I don't know if I've just been lucky, but I feel like we wheel hard. Are they still behind me?
Isn't it amazing what you can learn on the net?
Enough.